What is up? Welcome back for another live webinar series. I got one of my favorite people hanging out with us tonight. We're going to be talking about also, for those that don't know, man, we're talking about confidence to convert on camera to leverage more sales. I'm in a hotel live in Tampa, Florida. I'm about to go to a dinner in a little bit, but I'm hanging out for an event for a couple of days, and I had to make sure that I was set up and ready to go. Also, the individual that is coming on tonight has been on our YouTube channel, 8%. Ultimate Agent Tour, speaks all over the world, is crazy impressive at what she does. Also, as you guys are jumping in, let us know where you're watching from, okay? Jump in chat. Let me make sure I actually open that up. You should be able to chat with everyone now. I forgot I have to click that, which is silly, but I do, so I did it. Okay, so we're good to go there. There we go, West Virginia, Port Charlotte, Florida. I don't know where that is, but Tampa. Tony's in Tampa. Dude, you could have been sitting right here, man. Just right here watching the webinar, you know. I love it. Bermuda, Kansas, South Carolina, Virginia, Orlando, South Carolina again, Rockford, Texas, California, Atlanta, Georgia, Port Charlotte's about 90 minutes from Tampa. I'm in Tampa. Sherri's in Orlando. And so we are all over Florida tonight. What is up, Powell from Kenya? I love that, man. Kenya, Africa in the house, hanging out. How cool is that? Appreciate you being on. Appreciate you being here. I'm curious. You told me last time you were on a webinar before. What time is it over there in Kenya, Africa right now? It's probably got to be like midnight, 1, 2 a.m. I don't remember exactly, but it's got to be late, right? I know it's got to be late. And so that shows some dedication. 1 a.m. shows dedication. That you know what? Powell is like, man, I want confidence to convert sales on camera. What's up, Tupelo, Mississippi in the house, Nikita Quinn. Sherri Somers is our host for tonight. I'm telling you guys, she is incredible. Her energy is infectious. Her personality is off the chain. When she speaks, like she don't just speak like a bunch of normal average people when they speak, man, she speaks. Okay, so I'm super excited to have her on tonight. Sherri, I know you're crazy busy, and I appreciate you being a part of tonight. Welcome to the webinar.
Oh, I love it. I love it, Cody. Hey, everyone. It's your girl, Sherri Somers Bell. I am super excited to be here and be part of this amazing occasion. Cody, thank you so much for taking your time to welcome me into your space, Y'all, listen, this is not no average webinar. I talk a lot and I want you guys to interact with me. This is not just about me talking. So this is your time to enjoy your space. Cody, with your permission, can I go ahead and take over?
Let's go. It's your webinar. Appreciate you. You rock. Hey, also give her some 8s in chat for 8%. If you're like, I like your energy already, and I can tell she's going to destroy it tonight.
I love it. I love it. Listen, if you haven't got your ticket for 8%, what are you waiting on? Like, really? Like, this is just a sample of 8%. Tonight, I'm going to be sharing a webinar with you. So, Cody, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen so we can get started. Before we get started, though, tell us who you are. Tell us what you do. My mom used to say, closed mouth, don't get fed. So I'm going to go ahead and in the comments, tell us what industry you're in and who you are. You never know. Someone right now, the audience could be looking for you. Disclaimer, I am always this energetic. So I'm going to go ahead and take it away. Cody, thank you so much. And I'll go ahead and share my screen with you so we can go ahead and get started. I see some Calvin in North Idaho. Yes, Medicare agent in the house. I love it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen with you. Give me a 1 in the chat if you're able to see my screen. 1 in the chat if you are able to see my screen, so we know we are ready and we are ready to go. As Cody said, it's your girl, Sherri Somers Bell. I am a master financial life coach. What does all that mean? I'm going to explain all of that to you right now. But before we do, I want you to make sure that you cut off social media, cut off any distraction that you may have. Grab your pen. Ladies, grab your Diva notebook and your diamond pen. Fellas, grab your King notebook and that pen, because you're gonna need it. One of my inside of my tribe, I have a tribe for female insurance agents and financial pro. They said when Sherri come on, I just have a Sherri Somers University book. I'm going to college. So feel like you're going to college to the 888, never miss a webinar. I love that. That's what I'm talking about. I'm loving what I'm seeing. Realtor and life insurance, Alabama Alabama and Georgia. Yes, I love it, Stephen. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take over because I want to respect your time. We have some life insurance agent from New York in the house. All right, so if you hear an accent, I am Jamaican and Chinese. I'm going to get all so that's where I'm from. So you're going to hear some of my little accent as we move forward. So today we're going to talk about learn how to be more confident on camera to leverage more sale. Be more confident in camera to leverage more sale. And as we dive in, I just like always start off with a case study. And I like to start off with one of my dear friend and used to be client B, Jackie Jackson. She is a real estate coach and investor. I like to show you people who have already doing this strategy that I'm getting ready to teach you when it comes to being confident on camera so you can convert and create more sales in your business. You're going to know why they call me the queen of live stream in a few minutes. So again, grab that notebook because you're going to need it. I'm going to dive right in because I want to respect your time. Appreciate Cody having me here. In tonight's training, we're going to go drive right in. You're in the right place because I'm not wasting your time. I want to know if you're in the right place. You're struggling to accelerate your growth. If you hear anything that I say that resonates with you, I want you to put yes, yes in the chat. You're struggling to accelerate your growth, not getting enough eyes on your offer, waking up wondering where your next client is going to come from. Is it just me? Oh no, Calvin said yes, yes already. Struggling to build a massive tribe that need your support and tired of paying for expensive leads. Give me a yes, yes in the chat if anything I said just resonated with you. Tammy say yes. Not getting traction. I got you. So you are in the right place. I don't want to be wasting your time if you're not in the right place. So we're going to go ahead and dive right in right now. But I also want to reward the people who take the time because I know it's right after Easter. You could have been anywhere else. And the fact that you decide to be here tonight, I want to reward you by giving you my free video training vault. And inside of my vault is tremendous training. I go live every single week inside of my Facebook group. And I want to give you an entire vault full of my training, teaching you how to build your credibility, community, and cash flow. So just stick around with me. I promise you, I'm going to give it to you for free. Nothing you have to pay for tonight. I'm not selling anything tonight. All I need for you is just to turn off social media and give yourself permission to learn the material that I'm getting ready to give to you. All right. So if you got your notebook already, you got your pens ready, go ahead and put me a 1 in the chat so we can move on. This is just me saying that thank you for being here today because I know it's evening time. We could be with our family. So that's your reward. With that being said, I promise that when we talk today, I'm going to be revealing to you 3 secrets that I use to be able to be confident on camera and so I can generate more sales. You're going to hear my story of why I was called a queen of live stream, how I hit my first 6-figure, because if I can do it, if a Jamaican woman from Jamaica can do it, an immigrant can do it, so can you. Any immigrants in the house today? Anyone from Jamaica, anyone from the islands in here today? So let's go. Steven said, I'm driving. Okay, I think I saw Cody record this. I'm sure that it's being recorded for you. All right, so I want to kind of show you how my business is broken down. Every time I do a webinar or a masterclass, my tribe, I have a tribe for female agents and financial pros, and I have a Facebook group, and they love to see this slide. So I figure this will be useful for you guys as well. I want you to understand that I have a company called Sherri Somers Unlimited Services. So in that company, it's broken down into 3 ways. It's broken down, follow me, it's broken down. I have a Sherri Somers Insurance Group. That's an independent life insurance agency. I have 40 plus downlines that I serve. And along with that life insurance group, I'm a financial life coach. So I help females who are in insurance agency, females who are bookkeepers, tax professionals, real estate agents. I have a financial life coaching group called Joyful Tribe Builder Academy that I coach agents, financial agents, and insurance agents on how to, what we just said, build your credibility, build your community, build your cash flow without sacrificing your family time. And then on the third part of my company, I have what we call a keynote speaker. This is where some of you guys may have met me on stage with Cody at the Ultimate Agent Tour. And I also, matter of fact, have my own conference coming up in Orlando, baby, on July 15th. More on that later. But right now we're talking about, I want to show you this screen because, Brazil, what? A immigrant in Japan, Brazil, and Mexico. I had to call that out, baby. Serving the immigrants. Yes, let's go. You are needed in that space, Kristen. So I wanted to kind of share this screen with you because one of the things I want you to understand today when we walk away, you're not just an insurance agent. You are not just an insurance. Matter of fact, I don't even tell my clients who are in my Joyful Tribe Builder Academy to even use that term. You're a professional. You're a financial professional. When you use that term as an insurance agent, people already box you in, salesy, and all sorts of words. What type of comments come to mind when you hear insurance agent? Go ahead and put in the chat for me. What type of idea or comment? What's the first thing come to your mind when you hear the word insurance agent? So I showed you my business blueprint of how my business is broken down, because I want to show you that there's different ways to generate multiple revenue streams without having to just get a commission. Just having to get a commission. So what I teach my clients is how to create one business, but get several commission within that one business, right? If this slide was helpful, give me a 2 in the chat so you can understand this slide. If it's clear and you get what I'm saying, give me a 2 in the chat. I wanted to make sure, Tamia and James and Rick, that you understand that when you got in this business, and the big picture of this business is not just calling yourself an insurance agent, because what you're telling me is if you don't make a commission, you don't get paid. That's what you're telling me. But the way my business is broken down, I get paid whether I have a commission or not, whether my downline sell or not. So it's super important that you understand you don't box yourself in. You got some God-given gifts that you have yet to tap into. You have some expertise that you have yet to capitalize and monopolize on those gifts. So I wanted to kind of show you this screen that we're more than just an insurance agent. We're community heroes, right? So we're more than just writing a policy. You have a book, you have something inside of you, financial expertise that you need to birth. You have a speech, you have a story that you need to tell that you're probably not even getting paid for it yet because you're only thinking, I need to make this commission. If this is good, give me a 2 in the chat if you're following me so far. I just want to make sure that we're all on the right page. Yes, yes, yes. Commodity, boring, yes, yes, yes. So people already said all of that in their mindset, but whenever I show this page, the light bulb go off in people's mind, like, yeah, Sherri, after that. Okay, all right, moving on. So I just wanted to kind of show you how my business is broken down, just in case you are thinking about this is what I want to work towards. Okay. All right. You don't know it till you see. You're like, who is this crazy girl that Cody just brought on here? Who is she? So let me drop my stuff and I'll make it fast because it's not about me, it's about you. I have a master's in business management. As I said, I'm a master financial life coach. I'm an insurance professional, not an agent. Know the difference. I'm an insurance influential speaker. That means your insurance company fly me into Vegas to speak to agents about growing their business on social media because I'm an out-the-box thinker. I'm international MC and host, all that. I have recognition from the White House. We'll talk more about that later. And I'm the founder of Joyful Tribe Builder Academy. But what is most dear to my heart is I love philanthropy work. So I have a family in Kenya that I take care of. And I have a school in Jamaica that I also take care of as well, that I give back to, because giving back lifts my spirit. So that's a little bit about myself. I started right before I became an insurance professional, right before I started in the master financial life coach space. I was a police officer with the sheriff office. So my story began, as happy and excited as I am, my story began a little bit different for some people. Let me know if you can relate to this to this story. With that being said, my story started with a point with me being able to want to give back to my community. And one of the things I wanted to do is I became law enforcement officer. Matter of fact, I became a a corporal. So what happened in this story is my son, the little boy you see right there in the picture, Dylan, he's my pride and joy. And what really happened is I got a call from let me just break it down. I'm trying to do it as fast as possible, so forgive me. I was trying to create a way for ex-offenders who are coming to jail to create what we call a recidivism rate. So we want to decrease our recidivism rate because our inmates who are low crime kept reoffending because they didn't have any money to pay for their child support. So when you don't pay child support, what happens? They take your license. When they take your license, you cannot pay for your child support because you can't work. So you see the system is broken. Give me broken in the chat if that makes sense to you. So they could not work, and because they couldn't pay their license, they can't pay their license because they can't go to work. So the system was broken. So because the system was very broken, I decided that what am I going to do to change the system? So I created something called a Get Her Done program. And in that program, I linked with all my community people. And when we link together, we have this program where we help an ex-offender start their business while they are incarcerated. So we'll help them with their business plan. So when they step out, they're ready to go. Why? Because when you have a low crime, when was the last time you asked the lawn service person, do they have a record? When was the last time you asked your plumber that came to your house to fix your, do they have a record? Right? So if I can help them start businesses, then they'll be able to be taxpayers again. So I started that Get Her Done program, which we have what we call a reentry program. That got the attention of President Barack Obama in September 2016. We were invited to the White House for our effort to be able to decrease the recidivism rate in our community. And so that was amazing. I had a great time to go to the White House, see where laws are made and different things. And it was so amazing. But it started what we have now, our reentry program. In doing that, I went through an amazing shift in my life because my son, that little boy right there, as much as I would get these accolades and these featured, my relationship at home took a toll. When you're going towards your dreams and your spouse may not be in alignment with you, sometimes there's friction. So my husband and I broke up, and I was going through a divorce. And I went to my sergeant and I said, hey, Sarge, listen, I just got y'all on a map, but I'm going through a divorce and I need 30 minutes to pick up my son from school. 30 minutes, Sarge, that's all I need. I need to get off at 5:30 so I can pick him up at 6. My sergeant told me no. He told me no, he will not give me that time. Let me say it again. He told me no. Even after the White House, even after all that stuff, he told me no. And like a slave to my job, I went back to work because what am I going to do? I'm going to quit. I need insurance. I need all sorts of stuff. Why am I going to quit a $42,000 job? Right? That's what I thought. 2 weeks later, this little boy that you're looking at, Sherri Somers, passed out of school, my son, unresponsive and not breathing. And I mean, not breathing. So I got a call from the school to come to the school right now. My son is not responding. Y'all about to make me tear up again. I've been doing these talks for a minute. But anyway, okay, moving on. I got this. So he's not breathing. When I got there, I was so upset with myself because I know my son needed me, but yet I'm telling my supervisors that I'm just going to go back to work, or what can I do? But as the paramedic is working on my son, I looked up into the sky and I said, God, if you bring me my son back, I will never work for someone again. I will never work for someone again. And I'm going to be honest with you, that's exactly what I did. When they took my son to the hospital, I made a promise to God I would never work for anyone again. I went on FMLA leave. I went on FMLA leave and I never went back to work. Never. Now, I would love to tell you that I never went back to work because I made a whole bunch of money. No, I was broke. I had a 430 credit score. I had a divorce. I had to move out my house, move into a 2-bedroom apartment that was 830 square footage. They were coming to get my car. My car was getting ready to be repossessed. If you listen to Cody's podcast, I know you hear my story, that it was coming to get repossessed on the 15th. I was 8 months behind on my mortgage. So yes, I jumped. but I was losing it all. I was losing it all. And I went in my prayer closet. Anybody got some prayer closet up in here? Put yes in the chat if you know what I mean by the prayer closet. And I went in my prayer closet and I said, God, I jumped. I did what you said. I kept my word and I jumped. And when I jumped, it was so much on me that I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to turn. And when I jumped, because my son needed me, because I need to be able to have flexibility to get off work to take care of my son, because the school kept calling me, even when we got back to school, because he has a hole in his heart, he has an asthma, very bad asthma, you name it, he had it, right? Sleep issue, you name it, he had it. But I jumped, and with all that 430 credit score, with all that them coming to get my car on the 15, with me behind my mortgage, 8 payments behind my mortgage, only thing I had left was, when you leave a job, a $42,000 job, you have some retirement benefits. And I took the retirement benefits. I had an IUL and Index Universal Life, but I think most of you guys already know what that is. And I liquidated that, and I took the money from that, and I started using that money to pay off some debt. And as I used that money to pay off some debt, I went live. This is how we're talking about confidence on camera. This is how it all tied in. I went live, and I started going live. And I started sharing my story with people about how I was using my IULs, my money, to get out of debt. And I grabbed my iPhone 6 and I started going live, and I started sharing my story. And I built a tribe around my story. And people and agency and companies and insurance agent will call it, was like, hey, you're talking about IUL. How can you teach our agents to be able to market themselves on social media in a way that is just like you're doing? Because at that time, I kept saying to them, why are you door knocking? Why are you cold calling? Why are you buying leads when you're getting in debt before you even get started? And as a mom, we don't have the capacity that our male counterparts sometimes have. Because we have to pick up kids from school. We got soccer games. We got all this stuff that they may or may not have at the time. So at the time, I had to figure out what works for me. So COVID hit, boom, I ended up having to take that time to get my license, and I started building my tribe using an iPhone 6. Yes, an iPhone 6. And as I build my tribe using an iPhone 6, giving value on IULs, giving value on things of how to use IUL, people kept saying, would you coach me? Would you show me? And I made my first $12,000. And then that paid off some debt that I have. And then as that time goes, this is my print out. I had my team print out for you inside of my Strive account. So on January 20th, that's during that COVID time, right? That $5,000, I like to show you the real deal. How God can take you from a whisper to a shout when you're serious about doing the things necessary to grow your life and your business. And as I continue to tell my story, I continue to build my tribe. I continue to build my community, just being authentic and oh my gosh. Thank you, James. I appreciate James. James said, amazing energy. Thank you so much. And because you know my story, but you don't know my mess. So I'm gonna tell you my mess, because my mess became my message. My test became my testimony. And I started going live. And even though my numbers are low, I kept doing it. Because I know what happened is consistency builds compounding interest. And I didn't have any money for ads, and I didn't have any money for lead vendors. I didn't have any money for that. So I used what was in my hands. Put hashtag use what's in your hands. Wow, use what's in your hands. And as we keep going, I built in my tribe of ladies that I coach. When I started coaching them and teaching them insurance agent, tax professional, teaching them how they too can build their tribe, how they too can stand out. And I started helping financial professionals use social media to market their agency. Why? Because for women, our motivator is time. Right? Our motivator is, I don't have the 24 hours that another person have. I'm a mom at that time. I was a single mom at that time. And one of the biggest things that bring me joy now, looking back at all the things that I went through, looking back at all the things that happened to me, I felt in that moment that I was the only woman going through all the stuff that I was going through. right? Understanding what I'm going through. I would see my friends and they're on stages and they're getting trips for vacation. And I'm like, what is wrong with me? How come I'm not on that stage? How come, yeah, he got time to dial 100 leads a day. I don't. So I said this on a podcast one day and I said, yes, another person may have time to make the money. I'm going to make the same money you make. I'm just going to do it in a different way. See, door knocking works, lead vendors work, all those things works, but it doesn't fit my capacity. And as I did that and I started doing it over and over, as in using social media, building my tribe, building my community, getting on video camera and building my momentum, what started happening, I started being blessed. My family started changing. What I mean by that, just September of last year, when Cody told you that I went on Ultimate Agent Tour, we took 30 plus people to Jamaica. My now husband and I took 30 plus people to Jamaica. Why is that important? Why am I telling you that? Because 10 of those people had their passport for the first time. And most of those people never traveled on a plane before. So when we talk about breaking generation curses, when we talk about breaking generation curses, and Paul, I see your thing. I want to make sure I respect your time. When we talk about breaking generation curses, this is what we mean. When my husband and I got married in Jamaica, first of all, we had a destination wedding. That's never heard of because their family usually not able to afford stuff like that. Then we're talking about putting 30 plus people on a plane to Jamaica. That's a game changer because most, as I said, never had a passport, never traveled before. So how many y'all in here are ready to be trailblazers and generation breaker and game changers? How many y'all are ready for that? How many y'all know that they're waiting on you? You're the one. When you birth your gift, when you step into your purpose, everyone attaches to you wins. Everyone attaches to you wins. There are too many people attached to your gift for you not to be birthing your purpose. And as I did that, as I watched that, just a wedding turn into a generation breaker. And then I started being called out to speak at different events. And I mean, literally, I went on 27 stages just last year alone. So let's get this right. A Black girl, an immigrant from another country, barely speak grammar, good, right? 430 credit score behind, come on, whatever you're going to give me as your excuse, baby, I got it for you. I left my $42,000 job and all that stuff behind on my mortgage, come to repo my car. What excuse do you have? What excuse do you have about not showing up, not being findable for somebody to find you? I had all the things going against me. And all I did, no matter what it is, I just remain consistent and never give up. And because I never give up, it's not just about your family being blessed, but it's also about your community or giving back to your country, in my case. So that school right there is my school that I went to as a child when I was in Jamaica. So my husband and I, right after our wedding, we said, don't give us any gifts. Go ahead and give us gifts for the kids in Jamaica. So our wedding party, we piled up some money, bought some school supplies, and we gave back to the kids in Jamaica. And that's us 2 days after our wedding. Then I flew to see Cody on the Ultimate Agent Tour. So we did not even go on a honeymoon because I went straight to the Ultimate Agent Tour. So I want to know, do I have some game changers in here? Do I want to know if you have some trailblazers in here? And I need yes in the chat, because God is no respectable person. If he do it for me, he can do it for you. I just want you to understand that. I want you just to be clear on that as we move into our next season. Yes, Sherri, that's happening for you, but that's great. That sounds good. That can happen for you, but that's not for me. Well, let me tell you about my client, Kayla. Kayla, she was on a call just like this, just a masterclass just like this, less than 6 months ago. And she was calling me from her job. She was literally on the masterclass during the Q&A asking questions but she didn't want her boss to know that she's on a call with me. And after we got out, she was trying to serve her ideal client was low income. She was trying to help me. She's a tax professional. She was trying to help the low income area. And I said, Kayla, if you're serving low income and your price is low income, how can you ever able to go up to where you can leave the job? And Kayla jumped. Literally jumped, left the job, And now Kayla was living in Las Vegas. Kayla now is living moved to Atlanta and is a full-time entrepreneur. And this slide I need to update because she's way past making way more money now. But I can say it's me, but it's not her. Because it's not me, it's her. She did the work. She's the one who become findable using the power of our framework. We have a framework that we teach in Joyful Tribe, it's 3-step framework. So if Kayla can do it, so can you. But I want to let you know that there's so many people listening to this and saying, oh my goodness, that sounds like great for Kayla. That sounds great for you, but what about me? And I want to explain to you why people really fail. I said they're failed because their market is outdated. They have no support from their downline. And put me in the chat if you can relate to this. Outdated marketing. That means what worked then with the digital technology that we got now don't work back then. There's people still outdated. They're not want to embrace, insurance space do not want to embrace technology, right? Yes, door knocking work. Yes, cold call work. But I'd rather build a magnetic brand where people find me and I'm authentic and they want to do business with me, not just write a commission with me, but they also want to buy my book. And they also want to come to my conference. And they also want to do other things with me because I'm not just an insurance agent. I hope you're following that. You know, and as moms, we wear several hats. So does our males. We wear several hats. We need to be present for our family. So it's not that you're not doing what you're supposed to do. It's the fact that there's so many things that are against you. Why do you think Cody have 8%? The reason why Cody have 8%, that should tell you it's not an easy job when it comes to insurance, but you can be that 8%, right? Unethical practice, getting in people DM that did not ask you to get in their DM because your upline told you that's what you should do. Unethical practice. Oh, Jesus, I don't have time to go into all of that. Commission-driven business. This is why we fail. When your business is all about the commission, you miss the whole message. So instead of becoming a commission business driven, you need to shift your business, become a mission-driven business. Hello. Randy said my upline will go crazy if I said I'm not buying leads this week. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So you know what I'm talking about. So transform your existing business into a mission-based business. What is the mission of your business? Who are you serving? What's the purpose of your business? If you saw me on Tori Cody, you heard me went over that 3 steps. What is the purpose of your business, right? Is your purpose just to write a policy and be done, deuces, I'm out? Or is your person to create a relationship? What is your purpose for that? What is your business? Is your ministry? Woo, I don't have time to get all that. I'm trying to speed up. When you're a mission, everything else will follow. When you are a mission, everything else, your resources and everything you need to will fall in place. Are y'all learning something today? Put a high 5 in the chat if you're learning. Give me a 5 in the chat for a high 5 if you're learning something today. All right, so that's why people fail. It's not our fault. It's not. I'm explaining to you right now. So give yourself grace and give yourself space to understand that it's not you. That is not you. All right, moving on. I want you to imagine, because at first I couldn't imagine this as well. I want you to imagine life without having to door knock, having to buy leads, having to go in debt before you even get the sale. That's even a different story by itself. Having to recruit family and friends, that's a no-no for me. Not having to miss family events to write a policy. I'm at my son's soccer game and they're calling me for a policy. No, I'm not leaving my son's soccer game. I cannot create this memory again. I need to stay here with him. Not worrying about where your next client is coming from. I want you to imagine that life without that. And I want you to imagine life of waking up and knowing exactly where your clients are coming from, pre-book appointment, getting paid, not just from your commission or your downline, but from your expertise as well. And I'm going to show you some ladies in my coaching program that they don't just get paid for commission. They get paid for the other expertise as well. No longer having to buy leads. Can you imagine that? I need some more high 5. Y'all get me hype up in here. James, thank you. Having a magnetic brand that you no longer have to buy leads, knowing exactly what to do in your sales. Make enough money where you don't need a company bonus to go on vacation. Or write all these policies, they'll pay for it. What if I can pay for my vacation for free? Or what if I can speak somewhere and get it for free? Lord Jesus, Tony, you turned it up today. So that's what I want you to imagine, because it can happen for you. I'm a living witness that it can happen for you. All right. Here's why I know it can happen for you. You're here to learn confidence on camera, but I had to show you all of that stuff first for you to understand. Now, this is not me speaking. This is Forbes magazine. The reason I was able to not buy leads and lead vendors is because I build my business, my brand, using an iPhone 6. Because according to Forbes, that videos are dominating, video content is dominating the brand right now. You can say whatever you want. We have Chat GTP here. We have AI. We have all this stuff here to help your video go viral. We're going to get more deeper into that. So according to Forbes, marketing via video is the biggest way to reach people today. Not blogging, but marketing via video. So in your community, you can have go to a seminar or go to your community events that you may have, but video allow you to reach way more people. This is Forbes. According to 500 million hours of videos are watched on YouTube. Let me say that again. 500 million hours of videos are watched on YouTube each day versus over half of billion internet are watched on Facebook. Billion. 90% are looking to buy a product, say that video is why they said yes to that product. More video content is uploaded in 30 days than the major US television network created in 30 years. Oh my gosh, I want y'all to get this. I want y'all to get this. Why video? Why now? So what they're saying, people are uploading video, just like how you found Cody on his YouTube video, right? People are uploading video 30 days more than a major television network in 30 years. And this was talking about by 2021, video, a million minutes of video content will go across a global IP network. Now that was 2021. You already know what happened now. Now here's why I love video. Viewers retain 95% of a message when they watch it in a video compared to 10% when they read it on text. Why video? Why video? It's rather obvious by saying video in marketing must be part of your brand. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just here for the story. Do not shoot the messenger. Video, right? And I already heard some people, I already hear y'all in my ear, Sherri. That ain't me. Video, I can't do it. I'm shy. Any introvert we have in the house, any introvert we have in the house right now. So let's talk about the 5 secrets three secrets that I want to reveal to you on how you can overcome your fear and be confident when you show up on video. Let's talk about that really fast. I want you to be confident on that camera to convert into sales. And we're going to help you. If you're ready, put yes in the chat. I want to be sure you're all energized and you're ready to make a major shift in your business. I already show you that video is here to stay. I already show you that when you overcome your fear, what the results can look like for you. And I'm not about going into debt, buying things, and then having to pay it back. So let's get started. Let's go dive right into it. And everything I'm telling you right now is coming from my masterclass. I told you about I have a Joyful Tribe Builder coaching program. So the information that I'm taking, you're hearing today is coming from that program. So let me dive right in. I want to tell you the 3 secrets of how to convert and be confident on camera so you can make more sales. Let's get into it. Not even holding you. I'm going diving right in. Here are the 3 secrets I'm going to teach you. Number 1, secret is how to overcome your fear on camera. Who has fear on camera? Put me on the chat. Be honest. Shame the devil, my mama would say. Put me in the chat if you have a fear on camera. All right, number 2, on-camera techniques that you can use. I'm revealing some secrets to y'all today. And number 3, having a strong call to action. So we're going to go over that right now. on how you can literally appear confident on camera so you can convert into sales. She said, Kayla said, my mama said the same thing. Yes, yes, Kayla. So number one, excuse me. Yeah. So overcoming your fear for all my people said they will have fear on camera, overcoming your fear. Overcoming your fear on camera, what that looks like, fear of showing up on video. Fear paralyzes us. Right? It paralyzes your thoughts. You have overthinking. You're not sure what to do. You're fear that, do I look right? What are people going to say about me? I don't like the way I look. How many of y'all have that thought? Put me again in the chat if that's you. What people are going to say, what my coworkers are going to say when they see me on camera. Oh my gosh, when I press live, they may ask me a question about insurance or Medicare or real estate that I don't know, and I just freeze up. Then I feel like an imposter, right? All of those thoughts, because that's exactly what they are, comes up for people who say they have a fear of camera. Look, Amber said me, Dorella says me. I'm telling you, video fear of showing up. But listen, y'all, the good news is you're not alone. You're not alone at all. People are always, what you're thinking, Amber is also thinking. And so clearly when you see me in the chat, you know you're not alone because they're thinking the exact same thing as well. But I want you to take it off you for a second. I want you to understand that when you get on camera, just like I am right now, you're sharing a meaningful message. You're sharing a meaningful message. It tells you that you are doing something that matters. So when you have that bubble guts, my mom would talk about that bubble guts, I'm scared. When you have that anxiety, when you have that stress comes up, that's a good thing. Embrace it because you're getting ready to share something that's going to transform someone's life. Notice I didn't say, what is the IUL? What is your final expense? Notice I didn't say, what's your term life? Notice I didn't say, what's your annuity? Notice I didn't say how much medication you're on. Because when you get on video, the practical stuff is not why people want to work with you. It's an authentic message of you sharing your story of why you are in business. When they get on the phone with you, you can dive deeper in that. But the first thing people want to do on video, whether it's a reel, whether it's a live, they want to know whether it's a Zoom like what we have right now, can they connect with you? Because queen and kings that are listening to me, they can find any agent to write a policy with. There are thousands of agents they can write with. So how do you stand out is the fact that you're sharing your story because no one has your story. You have to share that meaningful message of why you're in business. My business changed when I used my iPhone 6, when my son got sick, when they were coming to get my car. My business changed because I've become relatable. So you got to share that meaningful message of your purpose, of your mission, not about your commission. Does that make sense? Put yes in the chat if that makes sense. So you got to take it off for you and understand it's not about you. It's about the one person out there that you need to reach. Reaching one person at a time. Who is the person that you need to reach? When I do my video, I go live on Mondays inside of my group around 7 o'clock on Mondays. And it's about reaching that one person to let them know, hey, I'm not just writing your commission and telling you bye. I know what it feels like trying to come up with that money every month. I know what it feels like for you making sure that you have a peace of mind when you go to sleep, knowing that you have insurance in place. I know what it feels like to making sure that they respect your agent. And as an agent, you don't want no chargeback. You don't want no, that's a different, you got to go to my vault for that. I'll give you that vote later. But you're reaching one person. You're building that video muscles. So just like in anything you do in business, you're afraid of it because you've never did it before and you're not doing it often. But as you do it over and over and over and over again, you build that muscles. And some of y'all work out, so you know exactly what I mean. Kayla said, preach. Yes. So you got to build your video muscles to overcoming your fear on camera. And remember, you're sharing a meaningful message for someone out there. Not take it off yourself. For someone out there, it's not for you. Your message is not for you. Notice I said message. I didn't say, tell me what an IUL do. Tell me what a million baby policy do. Tell me what a whole life do. People don't want to hear that yet. They're still trying to figure out if you're the right fit for them to call you on the phone. And I teach attraction marketing. Where they become the hunter and you become the hunted. That means you're not chasing people to work with you. They're hunting you down based on your magnetic brand. We ain't got time to teach all that. And then people tell me, Sherri, that sounds good and all, but videos and technology is not for me. So I want to tell you about, she's a Hug Me client. Yes, my girl, Tanya Scott. Tanya is one of my speakers at my conference in Orlando coming up. And Tanya she gave me every excuse in the world. This is for the young people, Sherri. This is for this is for that. Tanya is an insurance professional. So she helps the agents who are she's helped prospects who are looking to be agents. She helps them to pass the insurance test. So if you're keeping up with me, this is a win that Tanya had. She closed a 500K and a 200K IUL in one day. But Tanya also get paid as a coach for her insurance business is coaching a prospect to be agent. So if you're counting her revenue, and she also has downlines. And so she's writing policy. She coached other pre-existing agents who want to be agents. And she's also writing policy. So every month, Tanya get 3 residual income coming in. That sounds like a win-win for me. Put win-win in the chat if you would like some of that. But when Tanya came to me, she was telling me all sort of excuses of why it's not for her. This is for the young. I wish I had a before and after picture. I want to show y'all. But y'all listen, she'd be on my conference. Y'all will talk to her then. But she's just an example of age has nothing to do with it. If you're ready, if you're tired and sick and tired of being the best kept secret, you do whatever you need to do to stand out in the crowd. So that's an example of Tanya, because whatever excuses that you're going to tell me why you're not being findable, why you're not using videos, I'm giving you an example of people who felt the same way you do, but step into faith anyways. Step into faith anyways. All right, number 2, on-camera techniques. All right, so I don't use it right now because I don't really have to use it anymore because I build my video muscles, but you can always use a flashcard. And using a flashcard, you're writing down all the points. So for example, when you get on camera, I'm helping y'all out, tell y'all to grab a notebook. When you get on camera and you're getting ready to speak, so you're like, okay, what am I going to say next? So some of y'all said that, so I'm going to help y'all out. First thing you want to do is to make sure that you have your flashcard ready with all your bullet points. And you can take that flashcard to your computer, or you can take this little small flashcard, you see my camera, you can take those to your computer and give you your points of what you want to say. So if you ever get off topic, your flashcards can remind you why you're there, the purpose of the video, of why you're going live, or why you're doing the reel. And then that would direct you back. So don't be afraid of using the flashcards when you first get started. I wouldn't say follow a script. I would say follow a flashcards because it's smaller and it's very in-dense. The second thing is when you're shooting, you want to shoot horizontal if you can. If you can. The reason why, because most people watch videos from their iPhone. So you wouldn't be able to shoot a horizontal if you're doing like an uploading video to YouTube or something like that. But if you can and you don't want to get all that stuff, just shoot it as it. Vertical is fine. Just shoot it. Another thing you want to do is you want to make sure to take up headspace. You ever seen someone on camera and they're down here, but their space is all the way up there. So people are really looking at beyond their head. So you want to be able to, in the camera, you want to be able to take up headspace because you want to stand up as the authority. You want to stand up as the authority. So you want to be able to take up headspace. Another thing you want to do is you can't fake energy. That's why video is so important, because a person saying, it's not that they don't need a policy. They just want to know, are you the right person for them to write the policy with? Don't miss that. Can you connect with them? Is your belief system the same as them? Do you believe in the same thing that they believe in? So that's what people are waiting on. So you can't fake energy. So with that being said, so using your hand to navigate you when you are going live or when you're speaking, that's a great way too. I'm a hand mover. I'm a hand mover as well, because it makes your point. For example, if I wanted to say 3 reasons or 3 techniques, instead of saying 3 techniques, I will actually put the number 3 and say 3 techniques. So the hand gesture helped me to emphasize what I'm saying, and I'm saying it with confidence. Does that make sense? Give me yes, 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 yes. All right. So All right. So you have your flashcards, you have your shooting horizontal, and that's an option based on how you're doing it. And you want to make sure you're taking up your headspace because you want to portray confidence. And you want to look through the camera lens because you want to say, baby, I'm talking to you today. You're the one that have this pain. You're the one that's staying up late at night. You're the one know that people are relying on your policy, on your income. So if something happened to you, you're the one that we need that income to keep sustaining them. So when you're talking to your target audience, your target market, when it comes to insurance space, you need to be able to look right through that camera lens and talk to that one person that can resonate with the story. Because that one person, you know what their pain is. So you want to emphasize their pain, but then tell them that you have a solution to their pain and they need to give you a call. All right, put good in the chat if you're learning something new today. Put good in the chat. So next thing you want to be able to do, thank you guys, I appreciate that. Another thing you want to be able to do, which you brought me to my third point, is you want to have a strong call to action. And that strong call to action is, my clients know because I read their stuff with their timeline. And when their timelines say, if you know anyone that needs this call, tell them to reach out to me. It'll say, reach out to me. I would literally do a screenshot, put inside our private group, like, girl, reach out to you where? So people are like kids. I used to be a cop. So before we go to court, they would tell us to write a police report. And they used to say if a child cannot read it, it was too in-depth. And I have a master's degree. And they're like, Corporal Somers, no, we need to make it in like a child is going to read it. That's the same thing with your marketing. When you're writing your content on social media or when you're speaking, it needs to be a strong call to action. Reach out to me is not a strong call to action. Who are you talking to, boo? So, right, when I get on camera, I'm saying insurance agent, tax professional, real estate agents, bookkeeper, accountants. If you're looking to build your credibility, your community on your cash flow without sacrificing your family time, give it's your girl, Sherri Somers, a call. Right? That's a strong call to action. I'm calling them out. So you want to do the same thing when you're strong call to action. If you like what you're hearing today, do X, Y, Z. Let them know what they need to do. I even wrote it out for you and everything, right? Comment the word blank below. I've been telling y'all to do that. Put good in the chat if you like what you're hearing. Same thing, and we'll reach out to you. So comment the word, whatever word you may have, and put it in the chat right now. Go to my website and then insert whatever your website is. DM me. We will privately answer your question. Get in there. Like, tell them what to do. Don't be afraid. Because at the last part of the video, when people get nervous, they want to just jump off. No, baby. Stand and give that strong call to action because that will get people to move. I want to show you another example of what I'm saying. Another person who's an introvert. My client, because you're saying, Sherri, this may not work for me. So I'm going to show you somebody who may fix that. But before we do, I want to kind of show you a formula that I use, because I'm dropping all the secrets today. Formula that I use to interact with my group. So when I start my videos, and I'm doing it tonight too inside of my group, I'll give you go to joinsherri.com. I'll give you that link later. But inside of my group, the first thing I sometimes do is an attention grabber. So it could be, are you getting ready to retire and you're worried about what or not to outlive your money? That's an attention grabber, right? I just went in like, are you getting ready to retire and you're wanting to outlive your money? So boom, that got their attention. Then I said, that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Then I'm engaging with, hey, Monica, hey, Tiffany, and so on. And then I started giving my 3 tips of how they don't have to outlive their money. So I may talk about one annuity product that they can use to help them not outlive their money. And then I will give a strong call to action on the first one to make sure that, because they're paying attention now, they want to hear the details, they want to hear the D's, they want to hear the good, they want to hear the T. So I would give a tip, then I would give a call to action, and then I would give another tip about the annuity product, and then repeat all 3 tips that I said. Right? Very simple. Screenshot this if you need to, because this is some gem. So I give my content, give a tip, call to action, tip, and then repeat all 3 tip again to make sure that they have it. So whatever new product, I can talk about the advantage of that product and what it does, and then I repeat it. Now you're saying, Sherri, I don't know my products, because I hear that too all the time. Let me help you out. It doesn't have to be an annuity product. It can be the life of somebody or a client or someone that you know that use it, or use your own life story. I'm just using that as an example. And then of course you engage with your audience, just like I've been doing with y'all, just like Ryan been talking and James been talking and everyone here. I just love y'all energy tonight. And then I do another call to action. Right? Because people mind move fast, plus your people are coming in and out your videos. So you do another strong call to action. And so I want to make sure you got this. Put good in the chat if this makes sense. I want to make sure I can move my screen, because when I leave the screen, you won't be able to see it again. So this is my Facebook Live video formula. That's what I do when I go on camera. And you're saying, Sherri, oh my goodness, sounds good, but it doesn't work for my business. I hear it all the time. I'm just gonna cut all your excuses tonight. Okay, this is my girl Carrie Stanford. Carrie's one of my clients. Carrie is the Medicare maven. Carrie has a Facebook group, because we teach you how to build your trial using a Facebook group, but that's a different video. And Carrie has a group called 50 and Fabulous, baby. So our 50 and Fabulous group their mission is to teach people how to live fabulous after 50. That's her mission of her group. But inside that group, if you know you're 50 and fabulous, you're going to also need Medicare. Right? So Carrie has a group dedicated to, and she get her leads from her Medicare group. But that group is super niche, super specific. And so that group is where she get her leads from. Along with that, Carrie also got a consulting gig that they just paid her to come speak to a company, and she got paid flyer in and all that stuff. She added consulting to her existing Medicare business. So when I said my clients get paid double, triple, and under the same umbrella, I just want to kind of show you how they're using and leveraging their existing business. They didn't go out there and be a paparazzi. They didn't go out there and do CBDTs. They're using their same financial expertise and getting paid several different ways. Make sense? Makes sense. Okay, good. So Carrie is another example. She's in the Medicare field. Let me give you another one. Terry's my client. Terry's also with me. She's one of my downlines. Terry is with me in what my company Partners Life. She is, as you can tell, number 2 on the leaderboard, right? When Terry got with me, she called me up one day, or messaged me and DM'd me. And again, she DM'd me from seeing me on video. Let's be clear of how all this works. And great girl, amazing person. And Terry came in, hey, Sherri, she know herself, but she's like, hey, I'm not happy where I am. I want to come over. And she wouldn't want to be captive. She wanted to be independent. So not only did we double her downlines, we also add another coaching program to her existing business. So she was doing challenges, and she was also doubling, getting more agents under her. Carrie's also one of my speakers at my upcoming conference. She is super amazing and killing it in the game. Killing it. Number 2 on the leaderboard, and I wanted to show you that. So I just wanted to show you people who are using what we are saying, the 3 steps of what we are saying, to build their community, build their credibility, and build their cash flow. All right. So I know I'm at the top of the hour, so this is perfect. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of go over the power of video. When you have video, you know exactly where your next client is coming from, because you're creating you're creating a habit of when you're going live, how you're going live, and all that great stuff. You're building your residual income streams. I think I showed you that several times with my clients. You're spending more time with your family because you determine your schedule. We get, inside of our group, we get 26 leads a day. And I still don't have enough social media manager. And I have a success coordinator. 26 leads. What would you do if you get 26 leads a day for free? What would you do with that? So along with video, help you build your magnetic brand. It help you stand out, right? And not to mention you're simplifying to maxifying because you're not paying overhead costs. It's free, right? It's free. You're not paying for leads. So you're able to take that money and move back and hire other people so you can concentrate on things that you like to do. All right. So I know we're at the top of the hour, but before we jump off, I have some homework for you. Oh, she said, would you write as many as 26 leads? No, you do not. Very good. So I do not. I don't write policies anymore. I send it to my downlines. It would have been too much. So I send it to my downlines and I give the policy to my downlines and they write it. Okay, so homework. If you choose to do it, I want you to choose one problem your ideal client is going through right now. So if you know your target market, whether you're in final expense, IUL, terminal, I mean, there's so many, universal, there's so many, whole life, whatever that thing that brings you joy. I love IULs, right? There's some people who love final expense, doesn't matter. Whatever that thing that you do, there's somebody that needs that specific product because they have a problem. So your product that you have an offer that can help them with that problem. So choose one problem that your ideal client is going through right now. And I want you to create a 90-second reel or live, whatever makes you comfortable, addressing the pain and solution of that individual's problem. So if their problem is they don't want to outlive their money, like we just said, maybe you can do a video talking about a product that helped them not to outlive their money. Then I want you to tag me on that live when you do it. I want you to tag me so I can know that you do it, because I reach out to you and I will personally give you some tips on what you could do, or, hey, girl, you're doing a good job. Hey, guy, you're doing a good job. Keep it up, right? Oh, or adjust this, do this. If you want my personal audit, just tag me in that video and we can have that conversation. Last, remember to use a call to action, a strong one that says, hey, reach out to me right now. You need that strong call to action. And last, but definitely not, she's a genius. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you. As promised, listen, as promised, here is a free vault with all my trainings. I know I had to rush off here, but I have a free vault filled with all of my trainings. And I can go ahead, I'm going to drop the link right now in the comments. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link in the comments for everyone, so you can grab it here right now in the comments, and you can get access to my free vault. Every Monday, we got a new video in the vault. Every Monday. And some of you guys may ask me, hey, where's you're messaging me about my group, and it's go to joinsherri.com is the name of my group. You can go there as well. All right, so I know I went fast, but I think Cody has it recorded, so that's good. But I want to be able to spend time answering any questions that you may have. Ryan said bookmark. Yes. So, or you can follow me on social media. It's Sherri Somers, all social media platform. Make sure you grab that as well. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now because I want to be able to answer any questions. So I want to make sure that I pour into you, that you feel that that you learned something today. So what question do you have? Go ahead and put your questions in the chat right now. How often should you go live and just getting started? I love that question. Thank you, Ryan. How often you should go live? All right. So what I would say with people is, this is a great question, because people would say, go live 3 times, go live 4 times. That's a lie, because you're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. So my answer to you, Ryan, is what do you have the capacity to do? Do you have the capacity to do 1 time a week? We teach our clients inside our framework. We have a 3-step framework, how to captivate, cultivate, and close your clients using my Joyful Tribe framework. And in that framework, we teach you how you go live 1 time a week. But I always tell people, what do you have the capacity to do? So if you can do 1 time a week, do it. If you can do 2 times a week, do it. Like with me, I'm doing 1 time a week because I'm planning a conference in Orlando. So do what you can based on the time you have. How did you, I missed some, I'm sorry, let me go back up, I missed one. How did you get started approaching and talking to people? How did you start approaching and talking to people? I never approach anyone. Jahira, I've never approached anyone. I think it's Adele, I miss yours. If you go to the links, that it will lead you to having a free conversation with me on my you get access to my calendar when you click on that link. How to coach with you. But how did you get started? I just put myself out there. See, that's the thing. Like, we keep spending money to go find where our ideal client hang out. No, baby, let your ideal client find you. Become findable so your ideal client can find you versus you trying to find them. It's easy. So that means finding a one platform that you're going to commit to going live on and use that platform. That's what I would say to you. You don't have to be on YouTube. Cody's a YouTube person. I'm a Facebook person. So that doesn't mean that one is wrong or the other. It's just finding the place that you enjoy, that bring you joy. That's what my company's called, Joyful Tribe. Bring you joy, right? And if you know you can't go 2 times a week, don't go 2 times a week. Do what your time allows. Start there. She said that makes sense. Anyone else? If I have more questions, how should you? The length of your video is up to you. So sometimes I said 90 seconds. Now I'm going to go over this inside of my group. As soon as I hop off here, I'm hopping onto my group. But it all depends. There's 2 types of content, and I go deeper inside of my group, like in 2 minutes. But you have a short form, and I think you have a long form. So it all depends on what you're doing. If you're doing a short form, that you're doing reels, and you're doing short, like TikTok, and all those are short form. And then you're doing long form, you're doing like what I'm doing right now, like you're doing a live video, those are long form. Do I like TikTok? I like TikTok, yes, but I'm more on Instagram and Facebook. Nothing wrong with it. It's just where I hang out. How should your background be? Now you see how eye-catching this background is because it's that color. There's nothing up there showing it. So I like for my background to be exactly like this. So one of my ladies, one of my tribes, she said, I was in somebody else's group speaking, and she said, I knew it was you because of your background, not in the image, not in the voice, but the background. Tell her what you're building up is what we call an omnipresence. Any specific social media site you focus on? Yes, I think I answered that. Instagram and Facebook, because they're family. They're Instagram. Facebook owns Instagram. I'm getting back into the business. I'm nervous about it because people watch you, right? How do you overcome that? I got married and I had another child. I'm walking fear and not my faith. So here's the thing, like, you haven't reached broke yet, Crystal. You haven't reached broke yet, because when you get to a place where you're sick and tired, you become what I call radical. You become what I call radical. Like, you got to do this. Like, I have a client, her husband was like, no, she can't work with me because she's playing around and all this stuff. And he said, Sherri, if this doesn't work out, she got to go back and get a 9 to 5. I should have put her on the thing. And when he said that to her, like, you need to go, if this coaching thing with Sherri don't work, you need to go back and get a 9 to 5. Once he said that, she became radical. She'd be like, girl, what we got to do? What we got to do to make this money? And she is phenomenal. She's a money coach. She was, a matter of fact, also became my coach as well in the money space. So what I tell people, like, you got to get to the point where you're radical, because when you're radical, when you're tired, you're sick, and you say, I got gifts, I got talents, and I refuse to let no one stop me. I don't care what they're saying. At that point, when your back is against the wall, you're not even caring what other people are saying. You know that you're the best kept secret. You know that you have talents. That's why people hire you, because you have gifts and talents. So that's all you care about, that you know that you should be getting paid more. You know that you have the potential. So it's time to birth it. When you get to that point where you're radical, you could care less about your accent, your bad grammar, all of that go to the back, because you need to feed your child. You have money you need to make, and you want to transform life. I sent my mom on vacation for the first time. She'd been on a cruise for the first time. Those are all things in my family. I'm breaking generation curses, giving back to my country in Jamaica. I have a son in Kenya that I've never seen. Family called, his name is Wama, that I take care of him and his family. I could have not done that had my business not be profitable. So we ain't got time to worry about what people are saying. We're trying to make these coins. Okay. All right. She said, yes, I know radical. I got to jump off, but I just want to make sure everyone got the link. You can go to joinsherri.com or it's Sherri Somers, because I want to respect your time. And I went over a little bit. I hope Cody don't kill me. Don't tell him at all. But I really want to stay in contact with you guys. So make sure, please make sure that you click the link, join me on Instagram. And I know we didn't have much time, but when you come in my group or you come anywhere, and I'm an open book. DM me, whatever you got to do so I can help you out. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your girl, Sherri Somers Bell. It is my pleasure. I love you all. If I didn't get to your questions, please make sure you DM me, because I want to make sure that you feel fulfilled. You're amazing. You are amazing, and have a good night. Thank you. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Adrian. I love it. Thank you all. I truly appreciate it. Thank you. Good night.
Hey, if you enjoyed this, I got another one you're going to love. It's right there. Click on it. See you in there.
I'm so excited for today's CA Power Player podcast. I'm your host, Cody Askins. We got a special guest. He is back on the channel talking about how to sell life insurance from home. Here's what I love about this person. Yeah, I'm telling you, this will be one of the best.